Hi students, we're going to be using the light sensor on our Microbit to create a light activated alarm. You do not need one of these with you to be able to do this assignment. The idea is when somebody gets close to your Microbit and covers up the light and the light dips down low, it'll start doing an animation on the screen. So the first thing we want to do is click on New Project and call this Light Alarm. Light Alarm, and hit Create. Okay. Now, the first thing we want to do is make ourselves some sort of animation that has at least five frames in it that'll go off when there's not enough light. So I'm going to go into the basic category and grab a Show LEDs block, and I'm going to make a few different animation or a few different drawings here to create an animation. You can choose to have the screen be however you want it. I'm going to do a few more of these. I'm going to fill in everything except for the corners here. And then do one that fills in everything here. And then I'm going to have it circle back and do it backwards. Your animation for your alarm needs to have at least 5 pictures. Mine is going to have way more than that. Let's see, I need to duplicate this one. And, ooh, you know what would help if I zoomed out a little bit and I can see what I'm doing here. And then back down to 1. Whoops, duplicate this one. All right, so I have an alarm animation that'll go off here, and we can watch it in the preview window. So secondly, I want to make all of this happen in something called a function. So if you open up the advanced section and click on functions, let's make a function here, and we're going to call it, we're going to click into this part, and we're just going to call it alarm. And then I'm going to drag my entire animation into that alarm. Okay, so we've got that there. All right, so we've got our animation. Now we need to code for the actual alarm. So we need a variable that we're going to call light. So we're going to go into the variables area and call it light. And then in the forever loop, let's grab a set light to, and we want to set that light to not 0, but how much light is actually hitting the microbit. So that's in the input area, and we want to go down to light level and drag that in there. So it says set light to light level. All right. So now we want to ask a question. Is the light less than 150? Okay. So that's in the logic section, and we're going to grab one of these second ones, if true then else, and put that in. We need a less than sign, so we're going to go back into logic and go and grab a 0 is less than 0. And then we want it to say if light is less than 150. So I'm going to go into variables, grab a light, make sure the light goes into the 0 part there, and have that say 150. All right. So if the light is less than 150, we want the alarm to go off. So we want to call the function called alarm. So we're going to go back into functions and just say call alarm. And that'll go do this function. Now, if the light is above 150, everything's normal. And we want folks to know that. So we're going to end that with a smiley face. So else, it's going to have a smiley face. Now, if you don't have a microbit with you, you can adjust the light level here in the preview. And you can see when it's above 150, it should have a smiley face. And when it goes below 150, it should have the alarm going off. Then you can share it and publish it, and then you should be all good to go. And give me that link. All right, hope that helped.